how are you? This is Elizabeth with 22 Fashion Engineers. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. I just finished my foundation routine with a little bit of contouring, and I'm going to film a very quick eye look. This is the first eye look that I'm doing. The other thing that I'm going to be using is blush. I didn't do that in the previous video, and of course we want to do finish the look, as well as lipstick or some sort of lip product. I don't know yet. So what I'm gonna do is this is such a commercial for Revlon Colorstay, but I am going to, no, it's not, nobody's paying me, it just happens that I use a lot of products from that. I'm gonna use this this quad in Decadent 505. I'm gonna use 2 or 3 of these colors just because it's convenient, it's quick, it kind of goes with what I'm wearing. Not too matchy-matchy, but you know, within the same family. I'm not gonna go overly pink. I'm wearing some sort of fuchsia tone top, but I don't want everything to be pink. I don't want the thought process beyond why I picked the colors today is I don't want everything to be pink. I want them to coordinate and kind of blend in and pick up on each other. So instead of doing like pink eyeshadow with a pink blush and a pink lipstick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose the pink tone in the eyeshadow, maybe neutralize it with some other colors, and on my cheeks I'm actually going to use this Nars blush in Luster. Okay, this is what it looks like. And this is not, there we go. Oh, I wish you could see the color, it's very bright now. This is not a pink toned blush. This is a very skin tone sort of blush with a little bit of, ooh, sorry about that. We are learning about these videos. We don't want to blind our viewers. So has anyone really been blinded by these things? I know everybody goes like, oh my god, I'm blinding you. I don't think there's such a phenomenon, you know, like I haven't read it in the newspaper, you know, YouTube viewer blinded by a YouTuber who showed a mirror on camera. So, but sorry, anyway, there you go. I don't want things to sparkle too much when they shouldn't. But this is the blush. I don't know if you can pick up, it has a little bit of golden sheen shimmer. It's not very pronounced. It's almost a little bit highlighting, which is why I like it. And it's going to complement the bronzer I already have on. So like I said, I don't want to do too much pink. The bronzer is obviously a warm toned sort of product, and I want to complement that. The other thing I'm going to be using on my lips, I don't know, I want something that's very light. It's summertime, it's very warm out there. I'm going to use one of these babies. These are blinding, aren't they? These are the, wow, did I pick products today? These are the L'Oreal, whatever these are called, I don't know, I'm a bad guru I guess already. Can you see the colors? I'm gonna read you the colors. One is called 184 Merino Mauve, and it is a pink toned. I do very weird shapes with my lipstick. If somebody knows what that's about, please let me know. Not only are they sculpted like this, but I don't know how to show you this. There's actually a bump this way, like a wave. So I have no idea. Maybe we'll shed light on that. And then the other one is actually, no, the other one is 181 sheer linen, and this is a warmer, same thing, look at that. Well, I'm consistent. It's a warmer toned sort of color. So we'll see, depending on the overall look, what I decide to put on, what, you know, how I need to balance it. I'm playing this by ear. The other things I'm going to be using, I'm going to use eyeliner. This is by Prestige in Strong Slate, which is a gray. It's a dark gray. It's a fancy dark gray with a little bit of shimmer. I don't know why that is. I would have preferred it to be matte, but it's kind of nice actually to have it. And then as mascaras, as far as mascaras go, I'm gonna use the Covergirl. I always have these upside down. The Covergirl, what is this? The Clump Buster Crusher. Okay, mine looks a little bit brown. Reason being, it's actually in black brown. I don't want to do a black mascara. I have a very, very fair and warm complexion, And I find that sometimes black can be overwhelming on me, so sometimes I choose to go with a softer shade of black, like an off black or a black brown. I do have black mascaras. I use them when appropriate. I use them sometimes for evening, but for daytime I don't want it to be too in your face. I know if you have a darker complexion, hey, by all means use black mascara, but for me personally at this point, you know, it's going to complement my face better and sort of have a softer sort of look. The other thing that I will be using is, this is a Covergirl, one of those twist up pencils, the automatic ones that you kind of like click, and I use this for my eyebrows. This is in, I wish I could tell you what color it is, smoky something. I will link the colors down below. I never use this thing. Well, actually, it looks like I used it. I use it. This is a very versatile color. I've purchased this over the years so many times because, again, with my fair complexion, sometimes I don't want to do a harsh line. Like even a brown will be a harsh line, even as an eyeliner. But this is so good because sometimes, and I'll show you in a different tutorial, I will use it underneath here and it will give me strength to my lower lash line, and it will look like I have more lashes without making them look overdone, without making it look like I'm wearing eyeliner. And also, like, sometimes I don't feel like wearing mascara on my lower eyelash line, and this is a very good alternative. Now, recently I discovered that it works very well for my eyebrows, and I'll show you. It works very well with my coloring, so I don't know if it will work for you, but you know, just think outside the box. If you take anything away from this, is that you know, you can have something for a long time and you don't know how many ways you can use it, you know. I actually lost my regular eyebrow. This is what I used to, I misplaced, I didn't lose it. I misplaced my regular eyebrow product, which is the Revlon Brow Fantasy in Light Brown. And I have to say that this works better than this. One day I was just looking for it desperately. I had to leave and I glanced over and I said, I wonder. So I just put it on, I was like, oh! And then I found this and I was like, what am I gonna do with you now? But I still use it. The color is actually a little bit off. It's a little bit more on the reddish tone than my eyebrows are. The other end of this has some sort of gel. I use it when I really have to make my eyebrows pin down and stay there. I don't usually use it because if you have a long day, you'll inevitably do this and it will rub off and you'll have extra product. So that's what it is. So without further ado, let me start. I'm going to start with my blush. It's a little bit unorthodox, I know. Shocking. This is why you watch my videos, because I just do things so revolutionary, right? No, but I will start with my there you go. Let's not blind the YouTubers. I will start with, this is the same blush, this is the same brush that I used in my contouring video. It's the Eco Tools blush brush, I think, one of those. It's very soft. It's like a kitten. So I start with this. I'm gonna put it a little bit above where my contour is, and just because I want to give it a little bit, it's almost like the same color as the contour but like 5 shades lighter, so it sort of illuminates my cheeks without using a highlighter. It's magical. So I like that. I like how the gold reflects, and it's a good transition on your face from the harshness of the bronzer into the rest of your skin tone. So I put it here a little bit on top of my cheekbones. I don't have a lot of real estate. For some reason my features are concentrated here and I have a small lower face, so I don't have, if you have a longer face, you're lucky because you can use contouring, you can use blush, you can use highlighter. For me, that can be an overkill. So I will sometimes use skip the highlighter and just have place for maybe 1 or 2 products on my face, really, unless I do very, very thin lines. So I'm gonna just intensify this for the sake of the video. I usually don't go this heavy with it, but I see that the lighting, you know, I'm using natural light, and it tends to be in front of a window, and it tends to be very, very bright. So there we go. I started with this because now I know what my face looks like. If you have if you put on eyeshadow and eyeliner and everything else, and then you add blush and you add lipstick, and it's just a lot, right? So I kind of gauge it backwards. I will make sure that my face is done first. Sometimes I will do the lipstick first. If I do a strong lipstick and lip gloss, and you know, a very strong lip, I will do that first, and then I will use the rest of the face, you know, to finish. So once I do that, that was the Nars blush in Luster. Let's start with the eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this little quad here. Now, these little quads, I'll be happy they don't come with a mirror. These little quads, they can be quite good. Some of the shadows in them, I'm not gonna lie, they're hit and miss. As much as I love Revlon and their Colorstay shadows, I still think they're very good and very convenient and very fairly long-lasting shadows. You know, I'm not gonna say that they last all day. I take this with me. It's very convenient. You just pop it in your little makeup thingy that you carry your makeup in, and you reapply it throughout the day if you feel like it. I generally reapply maybe once, maybe if I have the time. But it still looks good, so that's the reason why I like them. This combined with either the eyeshadow base or the Nars primer, good combo, I recommend them. This one, let's do a couple swatches. This here, and by the way, I use these little things. I know I just lost the status of a guru. I didn't have one to begin with. But here's the thing, I'm in a hurry and they're right there, and then I'm on the go. Am I gonna pack extra brushes? No, I'm gonna start with these, and these are actually fairly good. So I'm gonna use this top one here to swatch. Let's see if we can see it. There we go. Possibly not. Okay, it's worth a shot. So this one I'm just gonna describe to you. It is it's a very light pink with some chunky glitter. It fits fairly blendable, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm gonna flip this and I'm gonna go into the apricot here. Okay, that apricot-y color. Okay, let's put that next to it. Okay, and on my hand this looks quite beautiful actually. I don't know if you can tell. There we go. It's exactly an apricot color. It has a slight sheen. It's not glittery. Very, very pretty. And then I'm going to switch this again, and we're gonna go into this pink, and this is the pink that I'm going to use for my tutorial today. Okay. Woo! Very, very flaky, huh? This is a very, very pretty. It's very pretty. It's one of those things that we say on YouTube a lot, right? Like, it's so pretty. It's a very pretty pink, very pearly. Can you tell? Can you tell? It's right here. It's right here. Can you see it? Okay. It's a very pearly pink. It's pale and it's quite beautiful. It looks high-end. It really looks like one of those higher-end things. And then we're gonna go again with the other end, and we're gonna use this darker color, and watch, this darker color should show up. Oh, finally, right? This is some sort of would I say it's burgundy? Would I say it's an eggplant color? I would say it's a warm toned burgundy, which is a very nice complement for that pink, and this is going to be the shadow that I use to intensify the look. So without further ado, God, I talk a lot in these videos, don't I? Alrighty, I'm gonna go into this one here. And yes, I'm going to use these because there's nothing wrong with them. We've been made to believe that we all need brushes. I have brushes, I use them, but there's nothing wrong with these things. This is what we did before we had brushes. So, now, I had my eyelids prepped already. I'm losing my voice. I had my eyeshadows prepped already with the, this kind of base, with the NYX base. Watch my previous video. Woohoo, woohoo. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay. And this is the number. I really have to work on lighting, right? One thing at a time. So what I do is I start over here. And then just tap, tap, tap. You know, I'm a fan of tapping instead of rubbing my skin, and I pretty much do an all over the eyelid look. This is gonna be very simple. I'm not looking to do, you know, the world's best blended makeup here or whatever. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. Remember, it's a pretty pink. So I'm gonna do the same to the other eye, because generally let's match our eyes. So I'm doing the same thing. And by the way, that creamy base, I put it on in the beginning of my whole routine here, because it'll settle, and then if it's going to crease, it's going to crease before I put my eyeshadow on. I know where it's going to be. I can blend it. It's done, and now I can set it with the eyeshadow. So instead of having it, you know, on fresh, put the eyeshadow and it creases underneath the eyeshadow and it creases with your eyeshadow. Does that make sense? So that's why I put it on early. Alright? And this is very simple because it's very light. It opens up your eye. It's not overly pink. Okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of the other side of the little sponge, go into this darker one, shake a little bit, and then I like to put it around my eyelash line, blah 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 blah, and again pat it diagonally over here. And now I'm gonna do something that's not very popular. You know how we all have like blending brushes and everything, and how I'm like on a trip about not using brushes right now? I'm just gonna do this. That's right, I'm going to blend it with my finger. Watch that. Oh, it's blended. So, how quick was that? You want to watch it again? Half outer side of my eye. Go a little bit higher. Right? Okay. Looks weird. Take my finger. Blend, blend, blend it. Blend, blend, blend it. Blend, blend, blend it. And these are, they're not cream eyeshadows, by the way. Obviously, these are powder eyeshadows. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, by all means. But, look at that. No blending brush. My next video should be the brushes I cannot live without, right? The best ones. Which, by the way, I'm not against brushes. I really want to show you a quick run around look today, just like I did with the foundation. This is what it is. So two of the colors, pretty versatile, right? The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go for the eyeliner. This is the Prestige eyeliner. I really like this thing. It's very you have to sharpen it. I just did, and I like them because they're very creamy. So let me show you what I do here. I don't like to, well, in this case at least, I'm not going to line my entire eye area, and I'm not going to wing it out. The whole purpose of what I'm doing right now is just to, you see how everything is pretty light on my face? I just want to give some strength and some contrast to the look. So that's why I'm using this. The reason why I'm not using black, again, I feel like for my complexion and for the look I'm going for today, which is a softer version, the gray is a nice complement to the pink. So I'm going to do half of this all from here to here. And this is what I do. I hold it sideways. I go in, I almost push my eyelashes down and try to get in. It's almost like tight lining from underneath, but doing it from the top, because I always see these techniques of putting the eyeliner underneath, and it can be quite effective in thickening that eyelash. I like the look of it, but I always wonder, how in the world do you take that off? Because I don't know about you, I am not keen on sticking a cotton ball with eye makeup remover underneath my eyelash. So if you can shed light on that for me, how you take off that tight line eyeliner, please, I would love to know, and I'm sure our viewers will too. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push down my eyelash, and I'm gonna go in and just very gently, I'm not doing a precise line, by the way. I want a close to the lash line, almost barely there, but not really. Okay, and I want to make sure that I blend it with my natural contour. Okay, what I want to do is, not poke my eye. What I want to do is to, and then you can come back and sort of solidify this. Okay, so what I want to do is add some strength to that lash line. Okay, thicken it. And uplift the corner of my eye a little bit. Okay, this can be aesthetically, you know, desirable, or again, as per aging, the corners of our eyes will actually drop down. So by doing this and not doing the whole eye area, you're pretty much creating the illusion of a lifted eye. Wow, that's a mouthful, huh? So let me do this again just to make sure that it's all there, that there are no gaps, right? So that's what I did, and then it kind of elongates your eyes. I'm gonna do the same thing. So again, pushing down from half of my eyelid, from my eyelash line, going down. I almost want to fill in between my eyelashes. So if I can do that, and you see how easily this eyeliner just glides. I love that. There's no pulling, there's no tugging. You guys know I'm not a fan of pulling on my eyelids. And as you notice, I didn't do this and then went on, okay? I want to touch my makeup and my face and my skin as little as possible. They say that it creates wrinkles, and I can see where with repeated use or with repeated motions of pulling your skin, probably some of that collagen will break down and it will create less elasticity in your skin and creating wrinkles. So I don't know about you, I'm not a fan of wrinkles. If I don't have to get them, you know, I want to earn them in time because I'm laughing and because, you know, I'm getting wiser. Hopefully when I get older. But I don't want to do that prematurely, right? So that's one of the reasons. And the other one is, I feel like when you pull your eye and up like that, and I do it sometimes when I do liquid liner, but when you let it drop down, now you have a different shape because you created a false shape. So sometimes it doesn't match, especially if your eyes are slightly asymmetrical. Mine are a little bit, you know, we all have a lazy eye. And you know, it's just I like to do things like what you see, that's what I want to work on. Okay, it's the same when you put blush on and people say, oh, you have to smile, and you get the apples of the cheeks and you do the fish face and everything like that. But again, if you have lines going from here to here, that blush, when you smile, it's going to, you know, leave those lines without coverage. So what is the point? You want to keep your face the way you keep it every day and try to put a makeup on the way you put it on, the way people see it. Okay, long way of saying that. If it doesn't make sense, ask me, I will try to rephrase it, but I think it's pretty straightforward. So now I have the outer areas defined, and you see how already it adds a little bit of strength, right, to my look here. What I can do also, this is an angle eyeliner, it says here. I'm pretty sure I got this from Coastal Scents. Again, I don't know about the numbers. You can see how brand driven I am. Sorry about that. Usually this is used with liquid eyeliners, with cream eyeliners, things like that. I like to use it almost as a blender sometimes, and I do have a blender, but I like to just go in and make sure that there's no, right, oh, there we go, that there are no gaps. Okay, so there you go. And let's do that here as well. And it's just to make things look blended and finished. Now we're almost done. If you like adding eyeliner to underneath your eyes on the lower lash line, you can absolutely do that. Sometimes I do too. I don't feel it's appropriate for this look, and I generally don't, for the reason why, where's my English going? Because you see how my lower eyelids are very thick. I feel like when I add eyeliner on top of that, it just, the look it creates is a little bit overdone. And for every day, I'm not crazy about that. The second reason is, with my eyelids being protruding, you know, outerly, like outerly, yeah, protruding outerly, it creates a nice shadow. It creates a shadow. It creates a shadow underneath my eyes. And when I add the eyeliner, it kind of undoes the work that I did with my concealer, which the whole point of it is to lighten up and to open up your eye area. So why would I close it in if it's not really necessary? Long way of saying, I have a way of saying things, right? Long way of saying that for me personally, I feel like this is appropriate. You can, of course, if you feel like for your face, you can add eyeliner, use eyeliner. Woo! Final step for the eye makeup is the Clumping Crusher Mascara, whatever this is. This is the Covergirl, like I said. So what I do is, today I can probably either go only the outer edges, or I'm probably gonna go a little bit in here too. I don't want my makeup to be concentrated just on the outer edge. So let's go see this. See how we can do this. Going up, right? And look, I mean, this is a very this is an example of marketing that actually delivers for this mascara, because as you can see, there are no clumps whatsoever. I like it because it's very easy to put on in a hurry, okay? And it's not overdone. I am all for volumizing mascaras, but I feel like sometimes they can be much. They can be too dramatic. So I don't want to walk around the whole day looking like Minnie Mouse. And this is just the right amount of mascara for me. I will sometimes wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Now, my eyelashes are a little bit kooky. There's a couple of them that don't like to face each other. So there's a little bit of a gap here. And for that reason, sometimes I gotta come in here and paint them. Now, if you like to curl your eyelashes beforehand, you can do that. I don't do it for everyday use because I found that sometimes eyelashes tend to come out when you really curl it good, like when you get to that baseline, and I don't want to waste eyelashes. I don't know about you, but I like to hold on to the ones that I have. So there we go. And I make sure that I get the outer eyelashes here. There we go. That's a good shot. You see how this eyelash goes that way and that eyelash goes that way? We all have crazy things going on. And then the other thing is with my eyelashes, I don't really need them. I'm lucky enough that they don't point downwards. They don't, you know, they're not, you know, super eyelashes, but they do the job. So if I don't need it again, you know, in the interest of time, we'll do the other eye as well. And these eyelashes actually behave a little bit more. I really have to buy a new tube of this, and I will be repurchasing it. I'm running out. And then going in here. I find that this mascara is not overly wet and it's not overly dry. Covergirl makes like semi-wet mascaras, and they're very good. I like the original one as well. The one in the orange tube. I had the one in the purple tube as well, and I liked it very much. And I use them, you know, depending. For the one in the orange tube, I have it in brown, just pure brown, not even black brown. So it wasn't the appropriate color for today. And also it does a little bit of a different type of eyelash. It's a little bit shorter and thicker eyelash, but very, very pretty as well. It's pretty, just like the pink eyeshadow. Alright, now, are they equal? Hopefully. If not, use your imagination. Pretend they're equal. Just dim your side like this. I'll back up so you can tell the difference from a distance. There we go. I think it takes longer for me to finish this because I'm running out of mascara. Boy, I'm just so prepared. So basically right now the eye makeup is done. I mean, what else can I do, right? I can probably do some sort of highlighting in the center and near my nose here, but with this eyeshadow being so bright already, being so luminous, I don't think it's necessary. You can do something underneath your eyebrows. I don't think I need to. And then let me show you what I do with my eyebrows. Take the pencil, You see how I have some sparse? I mean, I have a pretty good eyebrow line because I won't let anybody else touch my eyebrows. Other than that, they're, you know, they have a strong line, but I just want to fill them in a little bit. So what I do is just a little here, and watch what happens. Do you see how natural this color looks on me? It's unbelievable. Like, it just filled out everything. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Okay. And what I don't like to do is to go in here and fill it up. You know, when you have that straight line. I'm gonna do an eyebrow tutorial as far as how I fill them, but that's it. That's it. I don't need more. I'm gonna take this. This is an eyelash comb from Sephora. I've had it for years and years and years. You know, you take care of them, you wash them. Just go in. I actually use the metal teeth part just to blend them in. And that's that. Those are my eyebrows. They're done. Don't mess with them. And now I'm looking at my face. And I don't want it to be overly warm, so I'm probably gonna go for the pink lipstick. This is 184 Merino Mauve. It's not mauve. This is how I do though. Let's see if we can. It's weird to put on lipstick and talk. Let's see if we can find out, solve the mystery of why my lipsticks look so weird. This is how I put it on. Okay. And the thing about these is that when you wear anything that's very very light, like a light pink, all your flakies on your lips will show. I have flakies. I do. I have dry lips, dry skin, dry hair, dry everything. But this is very, very moisturizing. It's almost too slippery sometimes. So when I'm in trouble and I need a little bit of extra moisture, I use them. And that's that. This is the look. This is all there is. It only took 2 hours, right?